Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Asim. I am working as DevOps engineer. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how we can set up the Helm Argocd on GKE, right? And what I've done in the past, as you know, I've already created 4 videos in which I've explained the basic architecture, how to set up the base. And what we have done in past, we have set up the GitLab runners, Docker in Docker, and shell executor along with the executor in Docker. So if I navigate to this CI/CD option, navigate to the CI/CD section, and navigate to the runners. So this part I've already done, and you can watch those particular videos. So I'm not going to cover these, right? And as those are already available for you guys. All right, so in this video, what difference is going to be, I'm going to show you, and it is regarding the pipeline. So this is our repository, and this is the GitLab ca.yaml. So here, what we are doing, setting up for the GKE, what we need to do. So let me show you the let me close other stuff which I've opened. And so guys, this is the README MD. I've added all the documentation. So what is mean by this secure files download path? So if I navigate to my GKE section, in the IAM section, if you navigate to the service account, this service account I've already created. So I mean, this is the sandbox environment, right? So this is the sandbox environment, and this is the server.json. I've downloaded it. So if you click it, and I mean, you can create the service account, and if you navigate to the keys section, right? So simply download this file, right? So this I've already done it, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this stuff. So this .json file is going to be, we are going to import this in our GitLab for the pipeline setup. So how we can do that? So in the pipeline section, so navigate to the settings section, right? And what you need to do in the CI/CD section. So click this secure file section and simply import this file. So I've already imported it, so you can do that. So I'm going to click it. I mean, you can click it and simply import it. So, what is mean by this environment variable? The path of this secure file is going to be this. I mean, in the root, this is going to be the directory, and in that particular slash, this JSON file is going to be with this name. Service account.json is going to be available, right? So why we need it? We are going to do the authentication to the GCP, and later on we are going to authenticate to our artifact repository, Docker image repository, right? So these are the other environment variables which I need to show you. This is the, I mean, service account. So if you simply navigate to this section, you see client email. So this is the email I've already updated, and the key.json. So as I told you, this is going to be the directory, and in that particular directory, this service account JSON is going to be available. And from the Google Cloud SDK, we are going to do the authentication. So this is the project ID. So if you navigate to this project section, you will see the project ID here, right? So this is the one. This is the project ID, right? So this is important, guys, for the authentication purposes. So the difference here is going to be the Google SDKs, right? So if I navigate or scroll down, so everything is pretty much the same, which I've already covered in my previous videos. So what we are doing here, we are going to first of all log into GCP, and we are going to then push our image. So I'm just echoing out that I'm going to log into the GCP. For that, this is the command. So regarding this, I have added the documentation link. So this is the link I've opened here, and here is the secure files link. So as I discussed, this is the variable we added, and simply you need to add this command, and it is going to download that particular file in that particular repository, right? So simply what we are going to do, you need to copy paste this command, right? And it is going to simply download that particular file in that directory, and then then what we are going to do, we are going to just doing the ls-lthr um, to see what we have in this directory, and we will see in shortly the file which we have actually downloaded, and then we are going to do echo to the GCR. So guys, as we are using Docker, in Docker, you see this is the tag which we previously, or in the start of my videos, which I already covered. So this is the image or what which I'm going to use, because it has by default built-in Google SDKs, and it is official image. That's why I'm using it, right? So we have already spin up the our planner in Docker, so that as I discussed, already covered. You can watch that particular video, might be the first or second video. And other than that, we are going to use this command. So these are the environment variable which I've already shown you on the top of the variable section, the service account, the key file JSON, and the project. So uh, the key file, if you see this variable key underscore dot JSON, so if you scroll it down, right? Sorry, scroll up, and key underscore dot JSON, you see the path is going to be this one. So everything regarding that command we have provided, and it is going to update or take values from the environment variables, right? And then what we are going to do, we are going to actually calling our artifact registry, and we need to log into our registry after login with GCP. So is the second authentication we need. So if I navigate to this section, artifact, or simply let me open it again, and in the search bar, if you type GCR, you will see two sections regarding the container registry, and this is the artifact registry. This is the newest and updated and more secure and recommended by the GCP. That's why we are using it. So here, what you need to do is to create a repository, right? And we have already created it. I've given the name Cloud Geeks, and you can then select the region. The region I've selected is US Central One. You can definitely select multiple region as well, but as this is the demo, so that's why I'm using the only one region, US Central One. And if you click this guy, and what other values I've given, so you need to navigate to this setup instruction section, and these are the values for authentication. Gcloud auth configure this. So if you navigate back to this section, you see these are the values I've already provided. So this dash dash quite is to avoid any inputs. That's why I added this, and the image tag and the image name is going to be uh, is this exactly the same which we have covered in the past videos, right? And but that tag is going to be updated by this GCR artifact registry. So regarding this GCR artifact registry, if you scroll up, so every environment is actually, I mean, every variable is available here. And if you scroll it down, you will see that um, this registry is coming from here. So this is the complete variable which has actually, I mean, 3 to 4 variables For instance, GCR artifact, project ID, artifact registry name. So artifact registry name is already shown you guys is the Cloud Geeks. Project ID is going to be the one is of your project ID, and GCR artifact I've already mentioned above. So let me show you. So this is the US Central One Docker DKBG-dev. So this value, as I already shown you, is coming from here, right? So this is the explanation regarding what we have or what we are going to do. So then we are going to actually log in and pushing our image into that Docker artifact GCP registry, and we are going to remove this file then, right? And other than that, I've already shown you part regarding the, Docker Slim. We are going to do the Slim or reduce the size of our image. Along with that, I've covered in my previous video regarding the Dart tree and other stuff. So it is already mentioned, and also I've covered Docker in Docker as well. So these are just commands. So I've already mentioned here, build Docker in Docker is just commands. So I've added these commands, and this is in the Docker latest. And this Docker in Docker, we are using actually the official Google Cloud. So regarding the demonstration, I think I've covered everything what we need. So what I've done, I've spin up a cluster, three-node cluster, right? And Argo CD is already there. What I've done, imported the cluster in my lens, and I also have created the application. So if I navigate to the Cloud Geeks, you see three nodes. Three instances of my applications are already available. So if I navigate to this section, so this is the Argo CD, and you see this section regarding the three instances of or our pods are actually available. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rerun the pipeline, right? And if I navigate to this section CI/CD, so simply click this run pipeline and run this pipeline. So as I discussed, we have two tags, Docker and shell. So shell executor is going to uh, take shell in that particular container. So let me show you this part. So here what we are doing actually, from Nginx, we are going to build our image, and we are going to install AWS CLI. So everything is done quickly because it is coming from the cache. So this, this job is completed. You see, if you navigate to this pipeline, right, and this we have four stages, and in the build stage we have three jobs, and other stages have a single job, right? So if you click this running pipeline, Docker in Docker is actually, these are just commands I've shown you to which I've covered in the past videos regarding the concept. What is the difference between the Docker executor and the shell executor? So these are just the commands, and then we are actually doing the Docker Slim stuff. So what Docker Slim does is going to reduce the size. For instance, you see only 12 megabits of size just a few seconds ago, but the actual size, if you scroll, you might see bigger images. So these are the, you might see the images might be, yeah, this is the one. So this is without Docker Slim. So the actual size of this particular image of our application is 458 MB. If we use the Docker Slim, it is going to reduce to 12 MB. And then when it is pushed to registry, it is also going to uh, compress the size of image, right? So if I navigate to the other stage, and that particular stage, in fact, the pipeline is completed successfully. In this particular stage, we have a job which he has completed. So you see, if you see from the top here, um, in this we are using the Google SDK Slim image, and it is going to prepare this environment, and it is going to log in that with the service account. And you see, this is the command where it is actually downloaded this, you see, service account JSON. So if I do ls-lth, and this is the directory, and in you see in this particular directory we have this service account .json. So then we are going to use the command log into the GCP, and with that, you see our account has activated. And then what we are going to do, I'm actually echoing this GCR registry. So you see, this is the echo, and this shows us the complete path, which is the US Central One Docker pkg.dev, and this is the uh, project ID, and this is the registry name, and this is the image name. So then we are going to log in to our Google Artifact registry, right? And with this command, we are going to add our artifact credentials, right? And then we are going to tag it, and we are going to actually tag the existing image, which is actually compressed by Docker Slim, and then we are going to push that. And let me show you that part regarding the pushing. So if you navigate to this section and images section, so if you click this guy, and let me refresh. You see, just 2 minutes ago, it has pushed the 31 tag number, right? And after that, let me show you this part as well. So, okay, so if I do refresh here, so you see, uh, a minute ago, this has been deployed. And so if you see the age of this here is, pretty much the same, definitely, as we have imported this in our cluster. So regarding the application, I've already shown you this is the version, and although I've already cloned it, and if you want to change the new version, for instance, let me build the new version. Let me deploy this. Let me navigate to this. Okay, this is the color, right? And hopefully this is blue. And if I do commit, add this file, and means staged it, and do commit blue version, and let me do the deployment blu. So this is the blue version, right? I'm going to sync the changes. And what happen is going to be, as this is our main branch, definitely you can use the different branch in your different environments. So if I scroll back to the section, for instance, pipeline, you will see the pipeline is going to be triggered and it is running. So this is the blue version. And what it does, it is going to build the image, and then it is going to do all the compression, and then it is going to do the push to GCP. So as I've already covered this part in my fourth and last video or third video, that definitely what we are doing here, we are actually cloning this private repo, which is actually in the GitHub, as this is the demo. So we are actually cloning um, this private repo, and we are updating this values.yaml. You see, 5 minutes ago, it's updated this values.yaml, and this particular values.yaml is updated by the script, through the script. And let me show you that part. So you see, this is the repository URL, and this is the tag. which has automatically updated. So if I navigate back to the section of GitLab, if I scroll it down just at the bottom, so this is the last part regarding our deployment. So we are going to do the Helm deployment, and we are going to do this export registry. This is the same environment variable, and the tag is going to be this one image tag, and this is the image, right? So this is the GCR artifact registry. So what it does, once the pipeline is going to be finished, it is going to deploy that particular image. So you see currently it is in progress. So what I need to do, let me show you that part. So what I've done, I've already done the port forwarding. So let me close this port forwarding to, okay, I've already removed it and remove this, and I'm going to do it again. So let me close the other stuff as well. So wait for the pipeline to be completed, and seems like it has actually completed the steps I've already shown you guys. So let me simply do the refresh here, and you see it has just updated this file. And once this values.yaml is updated, as I covered in my previous video, that definitely it is going to, as this is going to be synced, so it will take by default I think 3 to 5 minutes. But if you just refresh it or click the sync, it shows it is going to see update the changes with the new version. And if I navigate back to the section in the pods, and you see if I navigate back to this pod and do the port forwarding, let's say okay, it is fine to my port, and you see this is our updated version with blue image, and this is what we have pushed. You see, this is the color. So guys, that is it regarding the deployment with GCR, GitLab Runner, Docker in Docker container. I've covered in this video, and how you can update the service account in the GitLab, and everything is available for you guys. So if you have any question, please do comment. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel, and have a nice day.